What's going on, guys? Caleb here, back with another banger. And listen, if you are struggling with your sales calls and for some reason you hop on and they say that they need to think about it, or they say that they need to talk it out with their spouse, right? This is the video that's going to address why they're saying no or why they're giving you a smokescreen. Okay, a lot of you guys, if you're struggling with signing on clients, this is the video for you, and I want you guys to listen up very closely. Go to the very end of this video because I'm going to give you questions that you can ask yourself that will help you and get the clients that are saying, I need to think about it, maybe, and not giving you a yes on the call, not paying on the call. We're going to give you a way for you to demolish that and not make that a thing, right? And obviously, you're not going to be able to sign every client that you talk to, but this is going to increase your chances and maybe even 2x, 3x your closing percentage right now. Okay, so this is a step that a lot of people skip when growing a lead gen agency, and that is going through market research questions. I used to think that this was not necessary. I was like, yeah, I know my niche, I know the prospects, I know what they go through, but really, you guys don't know unless you ask these questions, unless you contemplate on these questions. And there has been nothing more better training in sales that I've taken than just pure market research. That's all the sales training that you need to be able to be a good closer, to be able to sign on a lot of clients, to be able to charge high ticket retainers, because the one that understands the market the most is the one that can charge the most and the one that will be able to sign on as many clients as possible, right? And also, what a lot of you guys don't know is that this is also going to help you tremendously when it comes to your service delivery. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, so this is obviously how to sign on clients without having case studies. And quick caveat, I just want to mention this real quick. We are still having a few spots. We have about 6 spots left, I believe, for our 10-person cohort. Once we have 10-person, this is us helping you one-on-one to scale a lead gen agency. That will end in April, on April 1st. And then once we have 10, we're stopping sales calls, and we're not going to be able to accept anyone else so that we can provide personalized support. So if you guys want that, go ahead and click on this link, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So again, a lot of beginners in this lead gen space, they have a hard time signing on clients because they have no case studies. And really, if you know the market, even if you don't have any case studies, this is exactly what we did. We understood the market so well because we did our research that even if we didn't have any case studies, it came across as we understood it more than people that had case studies. Right? They're like, well, how does this guy know my problem? All right? And it's because we did our research. So if you don't have case studies, this is the thing that you need to do in order to be able to sign on clients and get over that objection of not having case studies. The only reason why that's an objection is because they don't think you are knowledgeable enough to be able to help them in their problem. But if you know them better than they do, and you know their problems better than they do, then guess what? They're not going to even think about whether or not you have case studies. Okay? So let's go over this strategy here. Okay? A lot of you guys, you're running the paper appointment, paper show to offer, which is great. 90% of people are doing this, but you guys are skipping that fundamental step that I'm talking to you guys about, right? So great offer, high converting script, book more calls, converting sales script, sign more clients, rinse and repeat, right? This comes from having product market fit, and that comes from actually answering these questions here. Okay, so here are the 10 questions that I need you guys to go ahead and ask your prospects, do your research, and find out. The number one question that you guys obviously are going to ask is, what is your number one biggest pain point currently in your business? You want to ask your prospects this question, right? And use these on your sales calls, right? And this process will allow you to understand like what your clients really struggle with, right? And so, for example, like a pain point for your clients could be acquiring qualified prospects. That's a really big pain point in the market. The way to address that is with a VSL, right? As long as you understand the pain point, you can come up with ways that they can solve that problem, right? Oh yeah, I'm just having a really hard time qualifying prospects or getting qualified prospects on the call. Great, well that's exactly why a VSL will work, right? And you guys can see having an offer that addresses qualified prospects with VSL is going to be a solution to their problem. And the more you stack up of problem and solution in your offer, the more you're going to be able to sign on more clients. And that comes from, again, market research. Okay? Then you can frame the entire pain point, acquiring qualified prospects, in your sales call, right? And adapt your script around pain points. So for example, if I hop on with somebody who wants to grow a lead gen agency and their number one problem is that they can't get clients because of case studies, Well, I address this right now, which is the reason why you're not able to sign on clients without case studies is because you don't understand product market fit and you don't understand market research. And so I'm giving you a solution right now by recording this video. This is your solution. We give all of our clients market research questions so that they can have product market fit, so that they can frame it in their sales calls, so that they can close more clients without having case studies. You guys see that correlation, right? You guys can go through this. You're going to have the whole document. I want to keep this nice and sweet. Different niches, it's very important. Different niches are going to have different problems. This is why you need to do your own research, and you need to actually go to your prospects and find out what their biggest pain points are. Okay, what are your goals? What are your goals of a SaaS company? If you're working with SaaS companies, what is truly their goal, right? And be very specific. When I talk about goals with our clients, we want to find out the exact number. Is it 10,000 in 90 days? Is it 10,000 in 95 days? Why 95 days? Right? You want to find out why they want this specific number and cater that to the clients that you're working with. All right, number 3. When are they looking to, right? Get very specific with numbers again. What is the actual number they want to achieve and by when? And, for example, it's SaaS, it could be 500 users over 8 months. Why is it 500 users over 8 months? Well, maybe for SaaS companies, that's the point of return in which you're able to then be profitable. Right? And so that means a lot to SaaS companies. And so if you can communicate that before they communicate that with you or without even them saying it, it puts you as an authority figure, guys. This is all about framing yourself as an authority figure. And when you frame yourself that way, the second the sales call goes from a random stranger hopping on to then them seeing you as an authority figure, that is when people, hands over fist, send you money, right? But until you have that frame, you're not going to be able to do that. And this is why this is so important, okay? You want to ask your prospects, what do you think is stopping you from reaching your goals, right? Very basic question, but super important. What have they tried before that didn't work? Because guess what, guys? If you come into the sales call and you try to pitch something that they've already tried before, do you think they're going to buy the same thing that they've failed at before? It wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't have tried something that you had a terrible experience with and try to do it again, all right? And so you need to know what is stopping them from reaching their goals, what have they tried in the past, and why is my solution different? And once you have an understanding of why it is different and what they have struggled with before, you can address the objections that you're going to get before they actually give you the objection. Right? A lot of the times you guys don't ask these questions, and when you go for the sale and you say, hey, it's going to be $300 per call, it's going to be a $2,000 setup fee, they're saying that I need to think about it. But I think I need to think about it. There's so many things that have not been addressed, which is why they're saying that they need to think about it, right? If they actually, of course, have the funds, then they should be able to buy your program. But it's because you don't address a lot of the different things that is going through their head because you haven't done this research. Does that make sense? So once you identify the roadblocks, you'll be able to understand the experience and communicate in a way that's effective, right? This is crucial. Okay, so you guys can go through here. Next question is, what do you think is a current roadblock in the business? What is the most current roadblock in the process right now? And you can find out exactly what it is. So some people might say, hey, I just have a volume issue. I'm not able to send out enough messages. Well, you can read through the problems, right? So for example, when lead gen agency owners, they come to us and say, hey, I haven't been able to sign on enough clients. And I ask them, why do you think that is? And it's like, well, I'm not saying enough volume. Okay, well, they think their original problem is a volume issue. But if I have done my research, I know actually it's not a volume issue. Imagine thinking your whole life, or however long you've been in business, trying to scale a lead gen agency, and this entire time you thought it was a volume issue. But then I tell you, it's actually not a volume issue. The reality is actually you don't have a good enough hiring system and process for you to then hire 5 people, really qualified VAs, tomorrow, and then have high enough volume, right? Because if you can solve the hiring system, you can have a system in place where you can hire 5 people just like that tomorrow, then the volume thing would be solved. So you don't have a volume issue, you have a hiring issue, you have an automation issue, you have a systems issue, right? That's the real problem, and that's the current roadblock. And if you're able to communicate your problems, again, better than your prospects, then that's when you come across an authority, and when you come across an authority, that's when they buy from you. Okay, so identifying the real problem. Let's say, for example, difficulty increasing appointment volume. Again, solution is actually you need to have a better hiring system to efficiently onboard more staff so that you can do more volume. So you go deeper into understanding your prospects' challenges, and then from there you're able to offer a tailored solution that tackles the actual root of the problem that is then going to help them make sense of how they can find a solution. Go deep, guys. We get paid to go deep. In a lead gen agency, especially in the lead gen agency, there's so many different components of outbound, and it's your job to go deep. And what you're trying to do, guys, in sales calls is really, when I go to sales calls, I'm not trying to actually sell them. I'm trying to go deep into their problems and find out a solution. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and pause this real quick. All right, next question is, what have they already tried before and why didn't it work? Right, so this is super important. This is, what have you tried? What are all the things that you've tried? Maybe they tried Facebook ads, maybe they tried Facebook DMs, cold email, SEO. Most likely you're gonna have things that in your offer that they've tried before, and you need to go deep in understanding why did Facebook DMs not work? Why did cold emails not work? Because there's a reason, guys. It's not just, it didn't work. That is not a good enough solution. It's not, that is not professionalism. If you hop on a call, you don't know how to actually find out why it didn't work, then your job as a consultant, as a lead gen agency owner, is to find out why it didn't work. And if you can't solve that problem, then you have no means to sign on this client. And they're not going to want to pay you because you don't know, you can't clearly articulate what the actual problem was. All right, and find out what do they dislike about that, right? So what do they dislike about the cold email part of things? See how you can position your offer in a way and your solution, and actually craft a solution in a way that gets rid of any dislikes. Right? Maybe they spent too much time on cold email. It takes too long to manage. How can you come up with better systems so that it's easier for them to do cold email and actually have it work? Okay. And a very good question, guys, that you can ask all of your prospects is, what are you looking for when you're looking for a solution? Right? Are they looking for one-on-one support? Are they looking for more accountability? Are they looking for complete done for you? Are they looking for a better system, a better automation? Are they looking for a copy and paste system? Right? These are all questions you can ask. And then that way, when you're going about selling your offer, it's something that they have told you, the market has told you what they want, instead of you just trying to guess because you saw the other lead gen agency owner run the same thing. Now, actually do your research, and then you'll be able to find something that fits with the market. Right? And this is exactly what product market fit is. Okay? Number 8 is, I think that's a duplicate right there. Number 9 is a series of questions. So really the main ones are the main ones, which I put over here, right? These are the main questions that you guys can go ahead and ask. But if you have more time, dive into all of this, right? What keeps them up at night? What are they afraid of? What are they angry about? Or who are they angry at? What are their 3 daily frustrations? What are the trends, right? What do they actually desire the most? So do they have their own language? These are all additional sub questions that you could ask. These are the main questions that you could go ahead and ask as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and, okay, sorry about that, guys. So go ahead, go through this question. Again, this is what's gonna allow you to be able to close more deals and just have product market fit. The last step is, guys, this is just like a series of things that we go through with our clients in order for them to start and scale a lead gen agency. Again, I always tell people you have 2 things. You can either go about it yourself or you could decide to move forward with us, and we could show you step by step, and we can tackle your problems with you instead of you having to go through it yourself. Our program right now, we're doing 10-person cohort. Right now we have 6 spots available, and we basically guarantee 100% ROI in less than 90 days, or you get a full refund, right? And so we're only accepting 10 people for this cohort. Right now we have 4 spots taken. We have 6 more. Once we have that 6, we're going to close down doors. We're going to go all in on being able to educate, hold the 10 accountable to make sure that they scale their lead gen agency. And then we will be opening up spots later in the future. If you guys are interested, go ahead and book a day and time right down here to be able to work with us. You'll speak with me personally, and we'll go ahead and see where we're going to fit. But either way, guys, make sure you do this. Do not skip this step. This step is absolutely crucial, and I hope you got a lot of value. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.